utterly relieved that my luggage has finally arrived. It took days. With Tabali's arriving yesterday, I was rather hopeful that mine would be soon after, and this morning it finally was, so... Not everything I would have packed, but they did send me plenty of gowns, so I no longer have to worry about the issue of always adorning the same thing, and I can finally send my gown to be washed properly and not just soaked in a pond. If it wasn't for flowers and perfumes, I fear exactly what it would smell like. Let's get these put away in here. And then these. I will say, now that I do have my swimwear, I can more properly go fishing. Ugh, they sent... For what they didn't send, they did make up in the fact of the things they did send. I do want to put up my portrait, just so if anyone does enter the room, they know exactly whose room they're entering. There we are. Made by a very, very talented artist from the Solmera region, Unichu. How utterly lovely. I love the artistic nature of so many of our region. Now, I'm going to take down this water mantis and figure out how I want to place up this image. Of my ladies of the court. While not all of them that are in attendance here, these are the ones that I have long been friends with. Or siblings too, but still friends, of course. Lady Lizzaylia, Loon Tavali, me, Soul Katarina, and Lady Daphne. I don't know if it's good to leave it at that height or if I should raise it. I do want to see about doing a frame. Potentially that. Or the walls also have stone. No, not that, not that. I think I'm rather fond of the orange. I think that's what I have the preference for. And of course, doing mine as well, because framed images often keep better. I don't know how I feel about that cutting a portion. Maybe that's a little bit better. I'll get other opinions if absolutely needed. Let's see, what else did they send? Just some school supplies, it looks like. None of my books. It looks like I just got sent the supplies. Is what I've already said, but I just got sent supplies, not my books, not my journals and my documents of my flowers and butterflies and studies. Didn't even get a letter with my luggage, unless that is too coming at a later point in time. Who knows? Maybe I shall write first, inquiring about how I'm expected to succeed given the circumstances, and request for my items to be properly sent. I was asked not to pack my own luggage, and it appears this might be why. Maybe Father didn't want me getting distracted and wanted me to keep my eyes on the goal and not on my hobbies. Well, I will take 2 books with me, just for in case I need them. I do wonder if anyone else is around. I always turn a little bit too early. This is a perch too, is it not? There's no seatings on these, but they are perches. I don't know if anyone is around currently. Knighthood orientation. Okay. Professor Castiel, I got permission for my hair clips. I suppose I need to do a change. I just left my room and I am very quickly making my way back, it seems. Getting into proper attire for a class that I thought the next class was meant to be, what is it, magical studies? Let me get into my uniform. There we are, much more suitable to attend class in. What class was it? Knighthood, I believe is what it was said. I can't say I myself am necessarily interested in knighthood, but someone I am interested in, maybe. Oh. That was Miyro, was it not? So I'm not going to invade into their room, but good to know that they are in fact out and about, finally. I need to speak with them. Wonder if there's anything in the kitchen, particularly fish. Anything cooked, I should say. I wonder. Does not seem like I can cut through this fish. Oh. The knife won't cut it, but my claws will. That just, I think, really goes to show the strength of them. Let's do that. A little bit of this. And just so the fuel doesn't go to waste, let's get a wee bit more. There we are. It's nothing fancy, but I do think it will fit a more simplistic craving that I am having. But Lady Lizzaylia did gift this to me, so I suppose I should ensure that I have it equipped. And nearly done with this one being cooked to a suitable temperature. Now, it's a matter of if anyone is at the dorms. Besides, I believe that was Lord Miyro that I saw. Miyro. Greetings. Perhaps I did not speak loudly enough. Oh, they're avoiding me.
Hello?
Hello.
Are you getting ready to go to the castle?
Yes, I was curious to see if there's more people we're going to alert to about before going. I know Lord
I
Felix
see.
is wandering about. Oh, my luggage. Not all of it, but my luggage has finally arrived.
That's good.
Yes, very. Had a whole ordeal yesterday about the fact that I didn't want to leave the dorms because my clothes was dirty.
I see.
But
Right, later on, we need to find Mirelle and have a conversation with him.
yes, I did actually see him briefly. Haven't spoken to him yet because he had just very briskly walked by whenever I was out here. But I was hoping to
I see.
catch him soon.
I'm assuming you heard about what happened.
Yes, I have.
I don't wish to go on another rant, but just all I have to say is how disgraceful.
I have already gone about and apologized to who was it? Riley from Court Cinderloon. They have received an apology, at least from us, and I've been told that I would be talking to Miyro when I get the chance to see him. That is.
I feel as though he may be avoiding us. I'm unsure, though.
Possibly. I had said greetings, but perhaps he just was not listening and didn't hear me.
Or perhaps he was ignoring you.
Perhaps. I don't know if Lady Lizzaylia is still around. I had seen her, I believe, head upstairs, but it has been a bit of time.
You saw who?
Lady Lizzaylia.
I see.
Oh, the painting that was the portrait from one of our tea parties was among my luggage, so that is up in my room now. No, she is
well,
not.
I'm glad.
She must have left.
I believe she may have already gone to the castle. Do you remember where the class is?
I do. Lord Felix,
Hello.
are you interested? Do you know where the class is? We can guide if you need it.
I have no clue, to be honest.
You can walk with us.
I'm just trying to figure out where Ridley is right now.
Have you sent her a missive?
I was just about to.
We can spare a minute or two to see if she's nearby.
Yes, we can.
Oh, Lady Daphne, were you the one to put the board up over here?
Ah, yes, I was. I know it is a bit early, but I do want to put up the names of who we may think would look nice together.
It was brought to my attention about the possibility of if another court did happen to come into our dorm, even if it is without permission, and they see names on a board, they might think the worst. So perhaps we can move it upstairs to where the storage
maybe
is.
for the better. I just put it here because it is right next to the other board.
It is a very convenient
there.
spot.
I see your concern, then we shall go.
Ah!
Oh. Apologies.
Quite alright.
Have you run out of squid ink pasta yet?
No, I still have too much, in my honest opinion.
I have finally eaten all of it and have moved on to roasted chicken.
Ah. I did make a couple slices of fish that I had fished up yesterday. I had cooked it today, just to give myself some type of variety.
Would you like some roasted chicken? I've made quite a bit.
Perhaps another time.
I will meet with you after class if you are able.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Sit.
I believe we go straight.
Yes, I know how to get to it from inside. I'm not sure where it is from the outside.
Yes, I can't quite remember, but I do know a way from inside. It is...
To our right. It is either this room or the one above it.
I believe it is that one. If you will give... I got a bit peckish, apologies.
Pardon, Tavali had sent me a missive.
Is she on her way?
I asked if she was already here or not. She was asking if I was planning to attend.
Then is she inside?
Perhaps. Yes, Lady Lizzaylia and Tavali are both inside.
Then we shall go.
Interesting.
For those who haven't, once again, you can reach into this backpack. Please grab one empty book. You will need it for this class. It's going to be interesting.
In what way?
I'm the first class of this entire school. Got a lot to live up to.
Well, you'll be setting the standard.
I suppose.
Try to go easy on the rest of us.
I'll make sure to not go easy on you specifically.
Ah, goodness.
I jest, of course.
Of course, of course. I realized you're quite the jokester.
Something like that. I can be. Does everyone have a submission? A good amount of food?
I have enough food.
Okay.
If anyone is in dire need, I have plenty of meat.
Oh, Finn. Here. This is for this morning.
I'm all stocked up on cake.
Thank you. Lovely. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to Knighthood. There are a good amount of you here, I like to see. You all should have been going through the rules of Knighthood. Does anyone have any questions about those before we get started? Please raise your hand if you do. Would you get him a book, please? Thank you. No questions? Pretty straightforward? Good. The first thing I would like you all to do is to look into your books that you've been given, and I would like you to write down what you believe a knight is in one sentence or less. Would you mind getting your book?
Oh, right. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
What I think a knight is, let's see. I want to mention them being loyal and them being
There you go.
protective.
There is also an open group if you'd like to join that if you haven't already. I will give you all just a little bit more time to write down what you believe a knight is in one sentence or less within that open book. Okay, is everyone ready? Okay, I will go down the line from left to right, top row to back. I believe your name is Katarina, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, what did you write down?
A knight is someone who dedicates loyalty to another or a group, holds honorable values, and serves as a protector.
Okay. Moria. Cassian?
Mine is quite similar, actually. A knight is the guardian of a people, government, or ideal.
Okay. I believe your name is Ridley? What did you write?
Someone willing to protect the honor, integrity, and safety of the kingdom and its nobility, sparing nothing short of and including their own life.
Very well. Felix?
I wrote, a knight is someone who protects the castle and the citizens of the court and kingdom.
Okay. Leonidas?
I wrote, someone who protects those who cannot protect themselves and defend the things that they believe in.
I do think that's an honorable
Daphne, correct?
belief to have, protecting those who
Yes.
can't protect themselves.
I wrote, a knight is someone who is strong in mind and body and protects others who are not able to themselves.
Luciala?
To me, a knight is one who protects those who cannot protect themselves, regardless of who.
Okay. Aquamarine?
I wrote, a knight is someone who protects their common fish and nobility alike, no matter who or what they are.
Mateus?
I wrote, he is trained and skilled in combat.
I got most of that.
The tide is
Leviathan,
taken.
correct? Ezra, correct?
Yes.
Were you given a book?
Indeed.
I would like you to write down what you believe a knight is within that book.
Very well.
In one sentence or less, please. And Tivali?
Someone who upholds the laws of their court and defends their people from danger.
Okay. Let me know whenever you're done, Ezra.
Done. A knight is one who will stop at nothing to uphold the values of their court.
Okay. Now, while you're in my class, Knighthood, the goal is not to become a quote-unquote knight, because for the most part, everyone's definition of a knight was pretty different, but had similar themes. Your goal is to become what is on that piece of paper. That is what a knight is to you, and that is what you should become. Now, this next question that I'm going to ask, I'm not going to pry into detail. It is a simple yes or no question. All I ask is that you answer honestly. Those who have taken another person's life, will you please step on that side of the room?
We are all children of nobles. I hope
And
that
those who have not, please step on that side
none
of
of
the room.
us particularly have blood on our hands. I can't imagine why the dirty work would be done by us ourselves. Not something I'm fond of in general, but
Alright,
I
you're
know
all pretty
some
innocent.
nobles aren't as pure-hearted as
Good to hear.
others and
Okay,
might
you all
seek
may
out
take your
others to do
seats.
the work.
Does anyone have any guess as to why I asked that question? Please raise your hand. Tavalia?
Because a knight need to take someone else's life in the name of their court.
That is one reason. Cassian, I believe you're next.
Similar to Tavali, I believe that if you were to pursue knighthood, at some point you will be asked to take another's life.
Okay. I think it's Aquamarine after that.
I was just gonna say basically the same thing. Within that line of defense, depending on the certain circumstances within your court, it'll happen whether you want it to or not. So you have to be prepared for it.
Ridley?
A soul is a heavy burden, and I believe that there is training that goes both into the physical and mental side of being a knight in order to be ready to protect your kingdom at whatever is necessary, including your own life. I think that means accepting more than just being physically strong. I think that also includes being mentally strong.
Good answer. Leonidas?
I believe it takes a certain mental fortitude to even be able to witness a body, so to take one would also require more.
Does anyone else have any other guesses? If not, that's perfectly fine. Okay. The reason I asked is very similar to all of your answers. It is simply that taking a life, as Ridley pointed out, is a heavy burden. And no matter what position in the court you might hold, there will be times where you are responsible not only for your own life, but others and their lives. This might not just mean you have to go out and kill someone. However, if you're placed in a position of a tactician or a strategist or any sort of captain, you have not only your own life to worry about, but the life of your team, your squad, your army. It is one thing to take someone else's life, but it is another to lead one to their own demise. What we'll be learning about in Knighthood is leadership, combat, becoming a tactician, and on-field decision-making, along with weapons and their sort of different abilities and different uses. Throughout the entirety of this Knighthood class, you will be asked to duel others, including myself. You will be asked to make quick, snappy decisions that can result in consequences that you could not foresee. This class is going to test you mentally and physically, and it is going to be a grueling process. Who here has trained in any sort of combat? If you have, please step to that side of the room. And those who have not trained in any sort of combat, please step to that side of the room. Why do you find yourself confused, Marjorie? Okay. Now, I would like to ask this side. I will go down the line once again. Felix, what were you trained in combat to do?
To protect my family and the people around me.
Okay. Cassian?
I was trained to take the lives of animals.
Okay. Ezra?
I was simply trained as formality, lightly in form.
Leonidas?
To protect myself and my family.
Paxton?
To best the other I was fighting in battle.
Leviathan?
I was trained as a formality as well, but also to incapacitate my opponent without killing.
See? Aquamarine?
Formality, mostly, but also our father decided it would be best if we were well-rounded as heirs. So we were trained to protect ourselves no matter what.
I see. Waverly?
I fall in the same category.
Okay. To those who have not been trained in combat, I would ask, is there any particular reason for any of you that you wish to not do any combat? Please raise your hand if you have an answer. No? Okay. That makes my life easier. Everyone's feel free to take their seat again.
Oh, pardon.
Now, I would like you to look back into your books and look at what you wrote about what a knight is, or at least in your eyes, what a knight should be. And now I want you to look inward and ask yourself, do you hold those qualities? Are you able to do that exact thing that is saying? You don't have to answer to me. I would just recommend writing it down in your book, either a yes or a no. I'll give everyone a little bit of time to do that. Good evening. What was your name?
It's Miyro.
Miyro.
Sorry for
Perfect.
being late.
It's not an issue. If you don't mind, I would like you to write into your book about what you think a knight should be in one sentence or less. Has everyone written down what I had asked of them?
Yes.
Good. For those who said that they do not have the qualities that they listed, or they do not believe that they have those qualities, or those themes, look inward and ask yourself why. Again, I will not be asking for the answer. This is for you.
So only the people who said no to the previous question?
Correct. If you believe that you do have those qualities, good for you. However, those qualities will be tested. Miyro, let me know whenever you're done writing what you believe a knight should be in one sentence or less. Okay, if you all are done writing that, I would like 2 volunteers. Please raise your hand. It can be anyone. I see Paxton.
Mm-hmm.
One other volunteer. I saw Finn first. Okay. Please come step over here. Did you, in your books, did you write yes or no?
For the second question that you asked?
For the second question, about if you have the qualities that you listed a knight should have.
I said yes.
Me too.
Okay. What makes you believe you do have those qualities?
For me, oh, sorry.
No, you go first.
It's gonna sound weird, but for me, it just feels like this is something I should be doing. That this is a path that I need to go down.
Okay. And you, Paxton?
For me, it's a fact of I know that I am not what I was first raised to be. And I want to prove them wrong.
Okay. Are you two looking at going down the path of knighthood?
Yes.
It is definitely something that interests me, yes.
Okay. Do you believe that you two are formidable in combat?
With a bit more training, yes.
I agree.
Okay. Go ahead and take your seats back.
Apologies.
It's okay. Now, I would like two volunteers who said no, they do not have those qualities of a knight. Leonidas? Please step over there. Was there one more? Ridley? You both answered no to the second question, correct?
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay. We'll start with you then. What did you say?
I don't think that I possess the ability as I stand right now, but I believe that I possess the potential.
Okay. And Leonidas?
To me, a knight must protect everyone that cannot protect themselves. Right now, I'm focused on just protecting those that I care about.
Okay. What do you believe you two can do to, as going towards Ridley into here, bring out that potential?
Study, accept mentorship, observe.
Okay. Leonidas?
I don't know.
Okay. And that's a very acceptable answer. You may take your seats. Miyro, did you finish writing what I asked of you?
Yes, I did finish.
Would you read it out for me?
I said someone who is able to protect and withhold safety.
Okay. And would you, and you don't have to answer this, but if you don't mind, would you look at that and look inward and ask yourself, do you meet that criteria of being a knight? Do you hold that quality? Okay. I'd like to do a little bit of a combat session. Just a small, well, maybe a few 1 versus 1 combat duels with just plain iron armor and an iron sword, no shield. I'd like 2 volunteers. Okay, Paxton. And Finn, all right. There is a clean set of iron armor in this chest, 1 for each of you, and then clean iron swords in this other chest on the other side. Please grab 1 set each. Let's see. For the vampires in this class, do you have your umbrellas with you? Rosalind. Are you good? We'll just hope that she's good. I would like to go outside to the large pink circle that exists. I'm sure you've all seen it. Yes?
I have a spare umbrella if it's needed.
Okay. Let's all head outside. You have all your armor and your swords?
Mhm.
Follow me. It's a little bit tight. All right. I think that's almost everyone. There we go. It looks like that's everyone. Okay. The rules of the combat, gentlemen, are simple. You will go until you are on 1 heart or less. If you are downed, I will be here to pick you up immediately. Do you both have food?
Yes.
What kind of food do you both have?
I've got some pancakes and pie.
Okay.
I got bread and baked potatoes.
Okay. Sounds like you both have ample food. You cannot leave this white line that goes all the way around, this inner white line. If someone is knocked out of that line, you are out. Now, it's quite ironic here, and I didn't really think about this, but whoever wins the duel scores 5 points for their house, but you're both sea monsters.
No matter what.
Think about that.
Points for eagerness.
I guess, yeah, points for eagerness. I would rather you both start on, I guess, this little bit here, and the symmetrical one on the other side. You're only allowed to use your sword that you were given and the iron armor. Are you both ready for the duel?
Mm-hmm.
All right, on my mark. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Oh.
Oh. There you are.
How
Are you
close
okay?
were you? Yeah, I'm good.
I lost 2 hearts.
Only 2?
Well done. Well done, Paxton.
Rather strong.
Would you mark down 5 points for the court cerulean?
If I...
Good fight.
Yes, one moment.
Okay, no worries. Thank you. If not, that is okay. I can write it down in my own book.
I think I lost it amongst the other books.
Don't worry about it. I can write it
A
down.
quick question to class. Nobody received the scoring book, did you? I'll take that as a no.
Okay. Those who were witnessing the duel, is there anything that you feel like you noticed that allowed Paxton to have the edge on the duel and win? If you have, please raise your hand. Aquamarine.
Ben left himself way too open. His swings missed more often than they hit, and his stance at the beginning, quite honestly, could use a lot of work.
Okay. Anyone else?
Pax is very evasive too. Slippery.
Anyone else? Cassian.
I only noticed one single jump crit, but it was from Paxton's side.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Let's have 2 more volunteers, ideally this time of different courts. 2 more volunteers.
I'll go.
Okay, Felix. Come on up. And Leonidas. Please receive the iron armor and the iron sword from Paxton and Finn.
Thanks.
Again, it'll be 5 points to the house that wins. This time it's not guaranteed sea monster. Oh, put that away, Paxton.
Apologies.
You'll stand in the same
Well, Chad, I'm
spots
cooked if I
unless
lose this
it'll-
fight.
Yeah? You will stand on the terracotta back here, please. Same for you, Leonidas. Okay. Are you both ready?
Yep.
Leonidas? Okay. You may begin in 3,
I do hope he does
2,
well.
1, go. First hit. Ooh. Remember, 1 heart or less. Oh.
It's a shame.
Okay. Well done to House Cinderlin. 5 points. Okay, come back over here.
I did hope that if he's going to risk losing us
All
points,
right.
he could earn
Did
us
anyone
some
notice
too.
anything about why Leonidas won that duel? Cassian.
I don't know whether it was one of Felix's abilities or whether Leonidas was doing it intentionally himself, but Felix was getting sent flying.
I did
Which
notice
meant that Leonidas had the reach advantage multiple times. Felix tried to counteract by waiting Leonidas out, but it was too late by that point. Leonidas already had the advantage.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone at all? Paxton.
I think, indeed, like Cassian just said, one wrong move and Leonidas had the upper hand. And it was hard to get back.
See? Was it Mateus or was it Ezra who also raised their hand?
Myself. Felix, I believe the name was. Their movements were not precise, more swinging wildly to hopefully hit something rather than confidence that it would.
Okay. I'm hearing a lot of negative on Felix's behalf. Is there anything that you notice that Leonidas did correct? Yes, Cassian.
I, first of all, want to say I don't believe Felix did anything wrong. I think that naturally as a fell folk, he is more limber on his feet, and that enabled Leonidas to send him further back. I do think that Leonidas also did well at closing the gap when Felix was backstepping, but otherwise I think it was just too quick of a fight to determine anything further.
Okay. Does anyone else have any observations? Ridley.
As Cassian, I believe, said, as fell folk are incredibly buoyant, for lack of a better term. We are limberer on our toes, which means that when it comes to direct melee fighting, we do have a disadvantage. And understanding that not only that your opponent has that disadvantage, but knowing how to counter it, I think Leonidas did an incredibly good job, as Cassian said, maintaining that closure of the gap.
Very good. Very good. I'd like to do one more duel here. Would any vampires like the opportunity to earn some points?
I'll take a shot.
Okay. Go ahead and step up. Anyone else? Ideally not a vampire? Well, not trying to get guaranteed points again, unfortunately. Aquamarine.
It was first come, first serve.
Go ahead and step up. Please retrieve the armor and weapon. Again, it'll be the same rules.
Down to a heart?
Down to a heart or less. You have to start right here. Heart or less Typically, though, if you're on a heart, you'll get downed before you notice. Okay? You both ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Are you on a heart or less?
3.
Okay, continue.
There you go.
Oh.
Sir.
So sorry.
I got it. Okay. Well done, you two. That's 5 points to vampires.
Oh, I didn't wear a
I did notice that. Both you and Leonidas did not wear helmets. Now I'll come to the class once again. Was there anything you noticed that allowed Mateus to take the win? Daphne.
Similarly to before, it seemed as though Aquamarine was swinging her sword just wildly and hoping that it landed a hit.
Okay. Ridley?
There was more calculation, I believe, from Marius. It seemed there was, I guess, it could easily be overlooked as hesitation, but that second to think about where the hit was landing and where they were going, rather than, as was stated previously, swinging wildly.
Okay. Anyone else? Any observations that were made about why Aquamarine might have lost or Mateus won? Leviathan?
I believe both of them were more so on the defensive side, but ultimately Mateus took more of the initiative towards the end of the duel.
Okay. Leonidas. Oh, umbrellas.
I'm good.
Okay.
Near the end, there was an hesitation on Aqua's part, and no matter what, at any point during the fight, the tides can be turned.
Okay. Okay. I like these answers. Now, I'm going to build something out here super fast. Mateus, can you come stand at the top, please?
Yes.
Aquamarine, would you say if you're down here and he is defending this position, do you have the advantage or the disadvantage?
From the bottom?
From where you are, right? Your goal is to get up here. Do you have an advantage or disadvantage because he is up there?
I believe I have a disadvantage because I am having to go upward and he is higher up than I am, so I'm having to travel up towards, like, traverse this in order to get here. He is higher than me, he has a better chance of landing a crit on me rather than I have to push him back.
Okay. Now,
although if he had a bow, then I would be even at a worse disadvantage.
That is very true. I would always say that if you are at the bottom, you are in the worst place. Because if you're at the top, you don't have to fight gravity. Pushing something down a hill rather than climbing a hill is infinitely easier. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you, as a class, feel free to raise your hand if you have an answer, how do you think that affects combat? Taking away this vertical standpoint, how do you think that affects combat? Any guesses? Tavali.
You need to strategize around the positioning of your opponent and figure out ways how to either lure them to somewhere more advantageous to yourself or how to knock them down to your level?
I like the answer. Not the answer I'm looking for, but it's a very nuanced answer. I like that. Anyone else? No? Okay. The answer I was looking for is that the defender will always have the advantage over the offender. 9 times out of 10, the defender wins. Especially if we get shields involved, but I know demons can't hold shields. But the defender will almost always win in any sort of combat situation. Does anyone disagree? Yes, Ridley.
Is this where the term home court advantage comes from?
I'm not exactly sure that's where the term comes from, but it can apply. Now, if we get rid of this vertical bit here, watch out. Anyone else has an axe who can help me get rid of this? Yeah, 4 people, 1 job. Love to see it. Okay. Now, looking back in a combat perspective, even without the vertical positioning, if one person is backing away and the other person is on the full offensive trying to hit them, what do you think happens? Anyone at all? No one? Okay. What happens is, as what happened to Aquamarine, the offender's attacks will typically get wild and a bit of a frenzy, and you will miss a lot of hits. Every hit you miss is an opening to get attacked. And that is why Matthias won the duel. Similarly, that is why Leonidas won the duel. And once again, that is why Paxton won the duel. Being the defender, being the shield, to me, is what being a knight is about. Are there any questions? Okay, let's head back inside. I know you vampires probably don't like being out in the sun. It's very fair. So we'll head back inside and let's take our seats again. Aquamarine and Matthias, if you can put the armor and swords back. To the right, everyone. Other this way. There's a back door into Knighthood right here. Go ahead, everyone. Marguerite, is y'all? I did not even realize you were behind me.
I had the high ground, and you didn't even notice.
You were right behind me as well.
Yeah.
I don't have eyes in the back of my head, unfortunately. Okay. Are there any questions, once again, about any of the combats? Anything that I mentioned? Anyone have any questions over? No? Alright, perfect. The last thing I'd like to do for today's class is, once again, I'd like a little bit of introspection work. I'd like you to look inward and understand where you believe you are lacking in any sense of being a knight. Are you, let's look at a stereotypical knight. Are you courageous enough? Are you strong enough? Are you fast enough? Are you smart enough? This is not something that you have to answer. I just want you to write it down in your book. Things that you think you might be lacking. I'll give you a few seconds to get all that done. Okay. Now, for one final activity, would anyone like to spar against me? Paxton, you were very eager.
Yes.
I will take off my current equipment and use fresh equipment because my equipment's a little bit better than what's there. We will spar in here.
Should I also take the iron equipment out of the chests?
Yes. Class, feel free to stand wherever you would like to observe. I'm assuming we're going to be
Great
probably
view
all
from
over.
here.
I'm sure you have a great view. We're going to try to prioritize being where we are now, so try to stay out of our way, but, you know, still observe. Are you ready, Paxton?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Professor, would you mind counting us down?
3, 2, 1, start! Oh.
You were eager. Why aren't you so eager now?
You just said. A knight should be a shield, and I couldn't agree more.
Okay. Fantastic hit. And great hit. Good parry.
Two hearts. Oh.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Yes, I'm fine.
I didn't realize you had a totem on.
I forgot I did.
Sorry to waste it.
No worries. It was my own fault.
Okay. Any notes from the class? Ezra.
Well fought. Perhaps I'm overreading into it, but it seemed that you were learning, adapting. You were both playing defensive at first, and you, as you got more comfortable in the spar, got more comfortable playing offensive. You took hits with a brutishness almost, as if to learn how he would strike, so that you may evade them.
I like it. Matthias, I believe I saw your hand as well.
It looked like you were trying to lure him in behind the pillars to get a sneak attack.
Okay, that is pretty true. Ridley.
I'm not sure if it was from the stance of professor to student or if it was fighting styles specifically, but I did notice that there was some poking, some goading maybe in order to like inflame, which would essentially cause hits to come faster. But Paxton maintained really, really well.
He held his composure. That is very true. Tavali.
I noticed that when you took the chance to eat something, Paxton didn't move in, but when he did so, you immediately moved in to strike.
That is very true. Did anyone else notice anything? Cassian.
You once again utilized a more critical hit. You jumped from above and used gravity along with your own force to inflict more damage.
Correct. Anyone else? Leonidas.
I think Paxton did rather well in measuring up his opponent first before beginning to go into any offensive state.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Paxton, why do you feel... Oh, wait, I actually had no idea if you guys raised your hand at all. Did any of you? Okay, cool. Paxton, why do you feel like you lost that duel?
why do I feel like I lost it?
Yes.
Well, if I didn't have the totem on, I would be on the ground.
Yes. But is there anything you feel like you may have done incorrectly or things you can work on?
Well, the food part is... My brain thought, oh, well, then I should eat too. Instead, I should have struck you when you were eating and then took the chance to eat myself.
Okay, I agree. A lot of people, I believe, have some sort of stigma around knights having honor. And while I do agree to a point about knights needing a sense of honor, in combat, honor will lead to your death 9 times out of 10. If you see an opportunity, take it. Strike. Any questions? Okay. That is where we will end today's class on Knighthood. If you need me for anything else, I'll be around the castle. Send me a missive. I will be scheduling the next Knighthood soon for the secondary orientation. Even if you came to this one, you can still go to that other one. I'll be asking some different questions there as well. And you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Miyro, you are not dismissed. I need you.
Shall we go?
To better narrate the messages exchanged between myself and Lady Daphne, I will speak of them. Initially, Lady Daphne asked about grabbing Miyro for a conversation after class and then had to go or not due to him being pulled away by the professor. Loon Tavalli had missived, asking that when Miyro is finished with the professor that we should pull him aside to speak. And I agreed, mentioned Lady Daphne wants to speak to him as well, but I feel it would be better to just be us as to not overwhelm him. And so, Lady Tavalli responded, yes, I do not think it is wise to have too many people there. It would be too confrontational, which I agree with. I then spoke to Lady Daphne, saying, I shall be speaking with Loon Tavalli. I do not want a crowd, despite if what he did was unacceptable. She did state she wants to be there if at all possible, and I reminded that I will be speaking with him as the soul of the court of Solmera, and Tavalli as my loon, and as the one who brought this information to me in the first place. I fear cornering Miyro will put him on the defensive and make it too aggressive. And she responded, I'd like to know how the conversation goes as Lord Miyro threatened my dear friend's sister. Not only does it look bad on our court, but I'd rather not sour our relations with the demon. To which I responded, nor do I want to sour relations, but you stating it's a personal involvement does further cement my decision that you not being present at the meeting is for the best, and that I will fill her in post-meeting. And then she then took her leave.
Just so.
We'll be working a bit longer on that chat.
Yes, I don't know where they're heading, but Lord Miyro did see that we were waiting here for him. Are you waiting for Professor Castillo, Lady Lizzaylia?
Sorry, what was that?
Are you waiting
I
for
was in my
the
head.
professor, or?
Yes,
Okay.
if that's alright.
Yes.
Your voice is being a little bit quiet.
Does me speaking up a bit more help, or?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
that's lovely.
Should we just missive Mirelle to, hey, when you're back at the dorms?
I wanted to keep a better eye on him. Let's speak privately for a moment.
Hello?
So we're waiting on Lord Miyro to have the conversation regarding the incident. The only reason I don't necessarily want to have it back at the dorm is because Lady Daphne was very eager to be a part of the conversation as well, even stating that it was due to personal feelings. And I very firmly shut that down and had her return there.
Not being personal feelings involved in that.
She considered. So Riley is a sibling of a dear friend of hers. And so she has personal feelings in the matter. And so I hadn't realized that at first, and when she did say that, I had already said no, and that made the no even firmer.
Yes.
But when I get back to the dorms, I'm sure I'll have to speak with her, because I believe her opinion on the matter is not very fond of me shutting her out. But at the end of the day, you are Loon Tavali, and you're the one who gave me the information, not her.
I don't think it would be constructive if it was heated because of personal feelings like that.
And I also didn't want to bombard Lord Miyro with too many people, and so I figured if Miyro is by himself, then two of us would be a good number for a more productive conversation that won't immediately put him on the defensive. I sent off some missives during the class, but it's a shame. I had lightly considered volunteering, but I have not actually used a sword in combat past the simplistic mobs that roam about at times. And I feared if I spoke up, someone who did have training was going to speak up to go against me.
Yes, I was tempted to, but just didn't feel like it.
I
Given
didn't quite want to with us being so easily moved away.
Yes, after Lord Felix's fight, I kind of dashed the hope of potentially volunteering, because if he who had combat training was that thrown off due to his own mobility versus an opponent who does not have the same strength and drawback, I feared I would not fare any better, and felt that should a Felfolk have volunteered for that next round of fighting, it may have been seen as us just giving another court points.
Yes, that was my worry as well.
I do wonder if Professor Castiel in the future might allow for Felfolk versus Felfolk duels, just due to our natural difference in combat. But who knows if he would let it be for points or not.
Perhaps extra lessons for us on how to navigate that with other
Potentially.
non-Felfolk.
Maybe seeing if he would host, maybe not even through classes, since I don't necessarily, if I am training, want someone or a whole crowd watching my every move in a fight.
Nope. That was your
Did you
ankle.
just run into the wall?
But
Did you just hit the wall?
if I could get maybe
It looks like
smaller
you did
lessons
run into
specifically
it.
for the Felfolks with Professor
Oh, I think you
Castiel
did.
about helping us overcome the gap in our reach.
That would be very handy.
Quite.
I already formatted my journal. It has a very nice pretty border. Before class started, I would doodling. And I have Katarina Solmera's. Oh, that's not proper grammar. Katarina Solmera's Knighthood journal with my doodles and then my notes of the day.
I have too many books.
I too have many books.
My luggage has arrived.
Oh,
Yes.
happy days. Oh, also, I'm so speedy.
Oh, how lovely.
Do you want to give it a go?
I do.
It's so speedy.
Oh, the this is so lovely. I fear less if my feet, my paws are just gliding across the ground. This is why saying feet does not work. Paws comes much more naturally.
Where did you find that?
I believe I found it in the ancient city when I was first there.
We need to find more of those.
I hope we find more. Although I will say I was there earlier and I triggered one of I have them in here. I accidentally triggered one of these, but I'm uncertain how. Yeah, I believe it was a leap or something like that. I believe that is something that might have triggered it, but I'm not entirely certain as I've had no problems there up until earlier.
Well, we have one to use for testing. Perhaps later today we get permission to go off campus and can fool around it and see what...
Is it safe to put down right now?
Maybe not here.
I'm not sure. Well, maybe not inside this place.
Yes.
Yes, no.
But if we go out
I was
elsewhere...
thinking just outside.
I don't know. But at the very least, if we must, are you against if it does become dangerous, potentially abandon it? Or...
I'm okay with that.
Yes, if we can go out in the test then, and if it does prove to be dangerous, we can just simply leap away.
Would you like me to see if Professor Cassian is willing to join us if we do wish to test it?
I would be fine with that. It'd be a better chance to get to know the professor better.
That's what my thoughts are.
Plus, if it does prove to be dangerous, it would be best to have a skilled teacher with us.
Yes, if it does become dangerous and we all leap away, is that offensive to him?
No, because strategy.
Strategy. Yes, we're going on the defensive. We're taking his lesson to heart.
Exactly.
We're bettering our terrain advantage.
We're finding the high ground.
Yes.
And then we coordinate and then we figure it out. But in a likely situation, the situation would be likely one of us would try and distract the being, and the other one can... Yeah, the rest of us can get him up if he does go down.
Oh, I do not want a teacher to faint on our watch.
Professor go down
No, I'm just saying, worst case scenario, that would be the strat.
Oh, well, during his lesson, whenever he pushed that vampire on the top of the stairs, and Duchess Aquamarine is at the bottom, I'm glad he did not call on me, because my response would have been, oh, I would just leap up there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me too. That's why I didn't raise my hand. Like, oh yeah, we could just leave, right?
It's like, there's no need for me to fight against gravity to get to him. Gravity will fight against me.
Exactly.
I believe our kind do have a pretty useful advantage when it comes to combat situations.
We just have to play it right and practice it.
Hello.
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 Good evening. Miss Yella? Is this a private chat you'd like to have?
If that's all right.
Of course. Come into my classroom, please.
Hello. I will make something for us to speak privately, and we can just speak under the stairs if that's all right with you.
Yes, that's fine.
There we go. It's a nice spot.
It is. This is one of the prettier sitting areas.
I really like this place, actually. This right here.
Can I ask what the professor wanted to speak to you about to start off with?
Well, to sum it up short, basically I had said the saying, curiosity killed the cat, but I twisted it and said that curiosity killed the demon, and it wasn't taken too lightly. And also regarding the
issue, I guess, of possibly nudging my brother. I guess that's not allowed either.
So, our conversation is going to follow the same vein. I'm sorry if it feels like you're going through the same discussion 2 times in a row. I have been informed of what happened, and I do find it rather unfortunate that the teachers and headmasters are aware as well. I was hoping that it could be swept under the rug, but witnesses make that difficult. But welcome to the Academy. It has been a very long time since we have seen each other, and at the Academy, it is a very delicate balance. The 4 courts don't necessarily interact all that much as is, and now we are all in the same living space and are going to be for who knows how long. So it's attempting to take care to not provoke them. And you, unfortunately, due to your late arrival, had missed the previous conversation I had with the court regarding some of the humor that we have in our region doesn't exactly hit the same with the courts here. We had some of our own issues on orientation day of jest that went too far and were overheard by others and turned into somewhat of an issue. And for that, I will say your words being taken. Words can be taken as a joke and be taken seriously. And anything that you might find others could find offensive or could be taken as threatening, please keep those comments within our own dormitory and with other members of our court. I'd rather not have someone overhear something and immediately go tattletale to affect our court's points in the matter and our running for the crown, because people have already proven that they are more than happy to do so. And so it's walking on thin ice, I suppose. The other concerning thing isn't necessarily the joke, it's the joke of it being a manner of one's life. As most people do, many people take their lives rather seriously, and so a joke involving one's life from someone they are unfamiliar with and have had no interactions with is not going to be seen as joking behavior, unfortunately. So I hope that is understandable, and going forward that can be avoided. The other concerning note that was brought to my attention was the regard of catnip. Do you still have any?
I don't know.
Okay. The headmaster had made it very clear we are not allowed to have substances on the school grounds. Or
No alcohol, no substance.
no substances, no alcohol. So imagine my surprise that when word of your arrival came, it was word of your arrival on catnip. And I very much fear that you brought more, and if you did, I ask that it be disposed of. And then have you read the book that I have posted on the dorm notice board?
Yes, I had briefly skimmed through the book.
The ending of the book mentions how, at the end of the day, this is a prestigious academy that we were hand-selected and invited to. At the end of the day, it is a privilege and an honor, and even if one doesn't necessarily desire to be here, you are. And so I do hope that you can make the best use of the time here and make the opportunity to learn of other courts, learn through the classes, gain knowledge that you may not have access to within our own region to better improve yourself, and just learn more things and have fun when it does not come at the cost of others or our court. I am, well, not me, all of us are a reflection of the entire court. All of you are a reflection of me. And as the court so interact much, what they see of us is going to be their impression of our entire region. That covers what I necessarily needed to speak about. Is there anything you'd like to add, Tavali?
Not really. I believe you missed the announcement on orientation day that when the headmaster went through all of the rules again. With the nudging your brother, it's even if it's always friendly or playfully meant, if it's on campus grounds, no violence of any sorts is permitted. So, no matter what the intentions, that's how it's going to be seen, and it's likely going to be punished.
Thank you. I also wanted to say, I'm going to apologize to the demon when I get to see them, but I also wanted to apologize to the headmaster did tell me because of this, we will be losing 15 points. So I am deeply devastated for what I've done, especially because I had no recollection, but once again, I just wanted to apologize to the court.
15 is rather a lot when we only had 5, and I believe we are still pending an investigation that might lose us more. Well, maybe use this as a sense of responsibility of, even if you don't have the recollection of it, you did lose us the points. I would appreciate if you would try in your classes and participate in the ones that interest you, and see if you can earn them back.
Of course.
And, this isn't necessarily for you. This is something I had said to all the faux folks as well. I briefly mentioned how making the jokes and such, we never know who might be nitpicking them to run and complain afterwards, even if they are acting fine in the moment, to try to take down points. So, just be mindful of what you say, who's around, and your actions. I know that many of us on orientation day were very much struggling in not letting our instincts to climb about overtake us. So just be mindful of that, because should we be seen simply hopping, doing our leap to our dorm room, and another court C, we are likely going to lose points from it. And if you happen to want any pets in the dorm, please inform me. I'm going to keep a catalog of everyone's pets just so we can keep track of how many we have, because we have many already. And so just ensuring that they are cared for, they get time outside, fed, anything like that. Also, welcome, Lady Luciala.
Thank you.
And is there anything else you wish to speak with us about?
Regarding the pet, I do have a fox named Bells.
Understood. I will... Have you asked... I assume you haven't asked permission for him yet? I can ask permission on your behalf. But yes, thank you for letting me know. Don't let your fox into the study. We have chickens in there. And I fear they...
They are all very cute.
They are very cute, but I fear that foxes do like the taste of chicken.
I don't think they'll get along.
But I have nothing else then.
Thank you. I'm sorry once again.
I believe many of our court made mistakes on their first day here. Maybe not as severe, but mistakes nonetheless. I do hope going forward we don't have to have a similar conversation. Well, I am planning to head to the dorm. Did your conversation go well?
Yes, I also figured out the problem. Oh, sorry. I discovered that it is in fact safe. It's anywhere. But if we stand on this, it
yes,
will
I
trigger
put up
that.
when I stood on it last time.
Yes, so we'll be alright unless if we step on them.
Okay.
Alright.
But that's relatively easy enough if we're all careful. And I believe that's the only threat in these places.
That is good to know. Were we still wanting to do an outing nonetheless with the professor, or?
I mean, because we kind of concluded the problem.
Yes, then...
I mean, I can ask.
No,
if
I
you'd
just
like.
wasn't sure if you still wanted to go out or not.
I'm unsure if there's a real reason to.
Then we don't need to. Gosh, what do I need to do next? I do need to speak with Lady Daphne. I am going to go do that. If you are up to any fun plans, I'll be free after Lady Daphne.
No worries, we will let you know.
There you are. Apologies for taking so long. I believe I ran into the High Chancellor.
You are all right. I couldn't have my I did have the conversation, but it took a while for my conversation to have started anyways.
I saw that the headmaster just left our dorms.
I did not see him.
He was just outside.
I've been sitting here since I sent you that missive. He never passed in front of me.
Perhaps he did not go inside. Maybe it was just stopping by. I am unsure, but I can assure you that he was here.
No one has been past me since I've been sitting there waiting you.
Was there anything on the board written?
No,
Doesn't
it's just
seem
the
as
notes I
though.
have left.
Then I am unsure why he was here. Actually, I think I know why he may have been here.
Let's speak privately, if we need to.
Most likely. But we may run into the culprits. We must be careful, but we must go up here. It appears as though that Lizzaylia and Tavali brought a human back and put them in a tower here. He is in this tower, and his name is Robert.
You know, we discovered this tower yesterday, and I thought it would be convenient as a conversation spot. This is not what I had in mind.
Yes, I believe the headmaster was here looking at Robert. I am unsure why he is here. Before they had him in a cage, and I believe they are checking. There is...
Goodness.
Hello.
Why do we have a man in here?
The headmaster was just here about him.
Did he
Yes, I
approve, or are we
thought
losing more
so.
points? He
No,
approved.
we-
Okay.
yes,
We
the
lost
headmaster said to keep
points.
him here.
That's why we need to have the conversation that you wanted to have.
Right, so remind me, Lizzaylia did not want to tell me why is Robert here.
Well, headmaster said to keep him here for now. We'll be later on, I believe tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow, maybe a bit later, be moving him somewhere else, I believe to our village, I'm not quite sure. We'll be seeing what headmaster or one of the professor says.
That does not answer my question. Why is he here?
We found him, well, Lizzaylia found him out on an excursion.
What purpose does he serve?
He was the sole survivor of a village.
I see.
Charity work, then?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how charitable he might feel we are being trapped in a tower.
And especially whenever he was in bars whenever I found him.
Yes.
When I first found him up here, so I suppose this is better than being trapped inside of a literal cage.
Yeah. He was quite sad on the, well, in the wreckage of his home, but once he got here, he's been quite happy.
Might I scoot in?
Apologies, Robert.
I have to re-add a sign of do not move till headmaster says so.
At least give him some type of furniture.
Yes, the headmaster was quite literally, you just missed him.
Yes, so
Yes,
my concern was Lady Daphne approached me and said the headmaster had just left, and I was like, what do you mean? I've been sitting in the common room, and no one has been past me.
We went immediately to the staircase.
Though I was correct, he was inside. I guess he just slipped past you.
No, from my seat you can't properly see the stairs. Hmm?
He was in need of name tags, so we have given him 5 of ours.
Understood.
We have also gained back 5 points. We are now at -5.
We are at negative.
Yes. What did we earn the points for?
He said, good behavior.
They're pity points. Is it because we could not fight in the knighthood class?
I don't think the knighthood well, possibly, but
I believe we should have this conversation now because I fear I'm...
Yeah, do have fun with your conversation.
Right, where shall we go?
We can go to a sitting room in my area. Sitting platform?
I do enjoy the platforms.
Mm-hmm. Rather than taking my notes down at my desk at the bottom, I've been enjoying taking them up high.
I have been going to the school in my preferred nap spot. It is nice and secluded and quiet. Goodness, I'll sit here.
Yes, as soon as class ended, as you saw, Professor Castiel took Miyro away, and apparently it was to have a conversation with the headmaster.
I see.
And so we were left waiting for quite a while, and then eventually, whenever he was freed, he met us back at the classroom, and me, Tavali, and Miyro had the conversation there. Unfortunately, it seems fortunately, he does not have more catnip, so we don't have to worry about any more substances on campus. But from what he said...
I wasn't aware that he also had catnip.
Yes, it was apparently potentially the cause of his behaviors. I wouldn't put using catnip past the cause of such behavior. Does not excuse it. But in our conversation, he had mentioned not really recalling everything that happened, so that was not super helpful. But due to other witnesses, testimonies that Tavali had for me, we could narrow things down. In case you weren't aware of what the threat per se was, it was, rather than saying curiosity killed the cat, He said curiosity killed the demon, and so that's what the
Yes.
threat was. I went over the fact that most people do in fact value their lives. Any jokes, in jest or not, will not bode well for anyone, especially not a stranger. Firmly issued reminders over the fact that our court is in a fragile balance with the other courts, and that I'm not here to make enemies. I reminded him of the fact that it is an honor to be attending this academy, to have been selected to attend, and I expect that he makes use of the opportunity, and about the fact that his actions reflect on the entirety of their court and reflect entirely on me, and that such behaviors were unacceptable, inexcusable, and should not happen again.
Right.
We lost 15 points.
That is so many points.
Hence the negative. So, due to the loss of points, I had said to Lord Miyro that your official job now is to ensure you earn us those 15 points back.
Yes, because it is his fault we lost it. Now
I said he is solely responsible for the loss of those points, and he will be solely responsible on regaining those points. And he will be issuing an apology to Lady Riley.
Yes, I do not wish to sour the relation with the demons and us. I can tell you now, Leonidas is already very upset by his sister being threatened.
Who knows what the outcome will truly be. Lady Lizzaylia did gift Riley a totem of Undying as a gift on behalf of the court as an apology, and then Mirelle will be doing their own separate apology. Also just reminded him of the rules and the speech of sorts I had on our orientation day in the dorm, where I went over the fact that keep fellow folk humor and stuff that might be offensive to others or that could be nitpicked kept inside the dorm, strictly inside the dorm, and is not tolerated elsewhere. So just general that speech all over again.
It is upsetting that we have to have that speech in the first place.
At the end of the day, we had to have it with the rest of our court, and he wasn't here for it, so perhaps I didn't even have the chance to give the speech to him. He arrived and immediately caused problems before I ever saw him.
Yes, that is unfortunate.
Problematic in itself. But while his mess up is the greatest of anybody within our court, the most severe, and I can't even fault it on differences in etiquette and culture. That is simply, you do not jest about someone's life, period, especially a stranger. So
I feel it was almost on the equivalent level of the bomb threat earlier.
But given that we had other issues on the first day, such as Lady Ridley directly, very aggressively confronting the headmaster after I specifically said not wanting to make an enemy. Lord Felix not being capable of reining himself in and sit down despite being asked to, and only sat down once it became harsh and resulting in us getting a warning.
Yes, it seems we have been having many problems, and I don't believe the professors like us that much.
But I cannot say you are without your own fault. You did speak of the adoption.
I wasn't aware they could hear me.
Yes, it wasn't intentional. But like I said, many of us had issues on the first day, me as well. I let the joke go too far. So none of us are necessarily faultless. Our behavior on the first day already greatly towed the line on pushing the professors to the limits. And either way, I do believe Miyro's actions would have had severe consequences, but I do not think us already having sullied having a good reputation to begin with helped. So I am putting my faith in that after being spoken to, Miyro will keep themselves in check and be on their best behavior. Should they cause more issues, I will cause more issues with them. But
as you should.
As of right now, as long as they earn us back the points, I will consider... As long as they earn us back the points and apologize, I am going to consider us even.
I suppose so, but what should we do in the meantime to gain points as well as help relations?
From what I've gathered from the first class is participation typically rewards points. So I am looking to participate in classes more often. I'm not sure about participating in knighthood duels per se, unless we can guarantee against another fell folk, unless we learn how to adapt our fighting styles to suit going against those who can take full advantage of our late-weightedness. But other classes, I am hoping others can be encouraged on our court to just participate, attend classes, and be vocal in those classes when the teacher is looking for engagement. I believe answering questions, volunteering, might do us more favors than harm.
Right.
And
but is there anything else we can do besides classes? Well, of course we will do that, but any, I guess, good favors or...
Well, the other points we earned was your involvement with Professor Charybdin on an act of goodwill and showing initiative and care. And then our next earning of points, I don't see us earning in any way other than the fact he felt bad. So I'm not sure how to replicate that. I'm not too fond of making myself look pitiful to earn points.
I would not like to do that either.
No, I don't want to grovel for forgiveness either for things. But I think our best course of action is to ensure we don't lose more, participate in classes as is, and be overly friendly.
Does that unfortunately mean building relations with the sea monsters?
I still don't necessarily plan to form close relations, but I am hoping to catch Crown Duchess Mirelle and apologize on behalf on our court regarding the day one incidents of the jokes and jest. That has been something I've been wanting to do, but I haven't had the chance to catch her, nor do I plan to issue the apology within a crowd, and normally I see her completely surrounded by other sea monsters. Yesterday would have been a great chance to speak with her, but unfortunately, when she had come about, I was mid-conversation with High Chancellor Cassian. So I gave priority to the one that I was actively in a conversation with, as to not seem rude and disperse right after running into him. But
the issue is, I feel as though relations could be helped and fixed with at least some of the sea monsters if I was able to make potions, but it doesn't seem as though I can because I don't have my materials.
If you happen to get the materials, I do think you
I
brewing them
just
potions
need
would...
blaze powder. That is all I need, and I have not found any I've not been able to acquire any, but I'm sure I have everything else. They decided to give me some pufferfish today after mentioning I make potions.
Well, if you do get the materials, and I'll keep an eye out for the blaze powder as well, I'm assured that the potions will help the court reputation, and you gifting them to them will benefit yourself as well. So your hard work would be paid off. Relations aside, I fear even if we did have perfect relations to them, that they are going to tattletale either way if they see something. They seem...
That is true.
Being as the initial day, I feel they saw the cow, and they tattled on that, and that would have been prior to them having the chance to overhear anything, correct?
I believe it may have been.
So they're the ones who started off on the hostile side, per se. Childish side, I see gossip being among many things, but gossip is different from running to those and complaining about someone carrying an animal. Is it rather unsanitary at times? Yes, they're rather smelly when they're in the wild, but I am fond of pets if they're well groomed.
Yes, I don't see an issue with any pets, but I suppose they do.
Well, I guess our new bottom line is make sure we don't go farther below points, and aside from that, moving forward. Did you notice if any more classes were posted? Because I only learned about the class today because of the announcement that the professor had made.
I believe I saw that there's another class tomorrow, and I believe it's mob studies.
I see. Is it posted on the board? I know it's not downstairs, but is it on the academy board?
Yes, it is.
Can we go look at that?
Yes, we can.
Oh, yes. As I mentioned.
You have decorated.
Yes, with my luggage.
This portrait of you is very, very pretty. I do remember this.
I am rather fond of it, and I also have the painting of the gathering.
I see. I do hope for us to be able to get some tea soon as well, but of course we need blaze powder for that. Blaze powder for everything, yet we are unable to get it.
Yes. I'm so tired of having to wear this or my other gowns. I am going to change, if you don't mind giving me a few moments.
Yes. I may change as well very quickly.
Understood. We should meet in the common room then.
All right. Apologies, did I make you wait long?
No, not at all. It took me a while to change anyways.
Oh? How lovely that is.
Thank you. It's one of my preferred dresses. You look lovely in yours as well.
Thank you. All right, shall we go?
Were you made aware we received permission to fish at the farm?
I was not made aware.
Yes, I formally got permission on behalf of the court to head down there and fish whenever any of our members desire to satisfy that instinct.
Would you like to do that here soon?
Maybe. I think let's look at the classes first, and then potentially.
Yes, I meant after, possibly.
Yes, I just don't know if we'll run into somebody and how long conversations may take. I don't mind chatting with the other courts. It's a good use of information, but sometimes it draws out. Which I don't mind that either, but it can derail plans.
Oh, speaking of, hold on, we should get into... It is so no one can hear us when I tell you this. I may or may not have broken into the forbidden section of the library.
Should we speak in a way where they cannot hear us, but we can hear them in case someone wants our attention?
Ah, yes, possibly.
Give me one
Could you do that?
Yes.
Right.
What did you find?
Did not read the books fully, as I was with Leonidas. He was keeping watch. But I did get the titles of the book. Let me see. One of them was Runic Rivalries, and the other is the title Vanguard. I'm assuming one may be about demons, and the other may be about sea monsters.
Potentially. Runic can imply magic in general. Isn't that right?
Yes, that is true. But demons seem to like doing that sort of magic with runes.
I see.
I think at some point I may try and go back and read it, but
as long as you aren't caught.
For now, I have not been. I have been very careful about my movements.
This Leonidas to not snitch. I know we haven't had an issue with the demon snitching as of yet. It's only been Court Ceruleum, but I just want to urge caution.
Don't believe he will.
Okay. I trust your judgment.
We have been... This is the one that we have been friends with for a while. The pen pal, if you will.
Yes, I just know sometimes people might not be through letters as they are in person, especially when they're surrounded by others. They might.
Other members of their court.
Oh.
What's going on there?
There is a lot of foul folks there.
Oh, there is many.
Shall we see what they're up to? I want to look at these first, though.
Yes, and then we shall look. Mob Studies is tomorrow, around the same time at 7 Everthorne Standard Time. And... oh, it seems as though Equestrian Studies is also tomorrow, but later. I believe we have packed classes tomorrow.
I see. And then Kingdom Building's the 15th. Okay.
Ah, yes. Hello.
Hello?
I did
Hello.
see a student walk past when we were all returning to class. That was not a part of our group. I think they just skipped the class.
That's a not.
Yes, I saw that the professor was took a sidestep to stare at their retreating back. Hello.
We noticed you over here and we're just curious. Forgive me.
All is well. It's within our nature to be curious.
I think all of us attended Knighthood, did we not?
I believe so.
Congratulations on your fights. Can't say I have any seal in that department.
Yes, you did very well.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
But I will be taking my leave.
Alright, take care.
I believe I will be going as well. Goodbye. Do you wish to go fishing?
Yes, let's do so. I'll make us a way to communicate again. My voice got caught in my throat, and I fear that made that dreadfully awkward.
It is quite all right.
I have my fishing rod with me. Do you?
I don't believe I actually have one, so
we can. Do I have
we
string?
may have to go back.
Yes, but I know we have supplies in the dorm.
Yes, I know we have many, many supplies. We seem to have a lot of bones, and I believe a lot of gunpowder.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of we have gunpowder. That's rather shocking. I find myself, I typically steer clear of creepers, as they don't bother me.
I believe it may have been from chest and looting.
Oh, I suppose that makes more sense.
I believe I went down to the farm earlier and saw that someone planted more crops down there.
Yes. Who was it? I forget who we saw at the farm, but they had mentioned that. And then when Headmaster Phelan had showed me to the farm, they had a couple strawberries down there, despite that not being initially what was planted. So I know people have been doing about
contributing
as they
to
please.
it. Yes. I do think I will make some more squid ink pasta at some point, as it is very good, but I did make some rotisserie chicken if you would like some.
I would love some. I just didn't want it to be tossed in the school or outside.
Yes.
Thank you.
If you will give me a moment to eat, I am a bit peckish.
Mm-hmm. I will go make you a fishing rod.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
I had the unfortunate realization I had 2 fishing rods.
I see.
Ooh, I do need to... What is it? I need to still talk to Professor Corrupton about my hair accessories, so I'm not sure if they would make their way towards the farm, but...
Possibly.
That is someone I'm keeping an eye out for.
Are we taking the long path down?
Yes, just due to the fact that I don't want someone to see us take the traditional path, or take just over the hill down and complain about it. For being not very elegant?
I suppose so.
Lord Felix?
they able to hear us?
No. I just, out of habit.
Out of formalities, yes.
Yes.
Oh, at some point I can show you the spot, or have I showed you the...
I have not seen it. Do we want to pivot to there, or do we want to enjoy fishing first?
It is a bit far. We can fish first and then go.
Okay.
I did notice that someone is not following the farm rules very well.
How so?
Whenever I went down to the farm, I saw that there were only 2 pigs. Well,
Ooh.
3.
I know when Headmaster Phelan had taken us down there, he had commented on there not being too many pigs and had encouraged them to have more. But I didn't realize I knew he wanted more. I didn't know there was a specific number he was looking for.
I believe the book said 10.
I did not read the book.
I vaguely read it, but it was very brief.
Yes, if our chairs are still here, me and Tabali had sat down here fishing.
Oh, I see. I just wanted to go double check the book. Oh?
I'm unsure if that was there yesterday or not. See the
Shall we go
flowers.
see?
We can.
Well, these trees look as though they don't belong in this sort of biome.
This is a rather nice spot.
It does look like a rather nice spot. Possibly good for napping and fishing.
I would agree.
Well, maybe you found your new nap spot.
Perhaps. I might have to utilize it. Do we want to fish from here then?
I suppose we can if you want to bring the chairs over.
I will go fetch them. Oh, that is...
There we are. What have you caught down here?
Quite a variety, in all honesty. There is some fish that I thought would only have been found from the sea that appeared here, and then other times it has been... It's just a great variety. It's not a fish that I frequently saw over in the Solmera region.
Have you found any pufferfish from here?
Any that I have found would be in the kitchen. Any fish that we
I
caught
see.
got put to there.
I don't think the fish like my line that much.
Oh.
Oh? There it goes. A eagle ray? I did not expect that to be in here.
Like
I see what you mean.
With how, well, we were actually, this is a larger body of water than when we were fishing in, but we were fishing in the small pond that's under the bridge.
Oh.
And we had quite the diversity of fish in there. So much
Then
so that
perhaps
one
there
cabinet
are-
was not enough.
Huh. Well, I mean, that's a lot of food for us, though. Each fish has its own unique taste, so. That isn't a fish.
Ah. Litter, and I suppose with there being a farm here, there might be some corpses. That isn't the most appetizing.
No, I do not wish to eat rotten flesh.
No.
Oh.
Would you like me to invite others if they're interested, or shall we remain the
That
duo?
is fine. They are free to join. I don't see any problem in that. They may have to bring a chair unless they don't mind standing. But as the saying goes, the more the merrier.
I had told Tavali in case you or any others are interested, we were fishing down by the farm again. Assuming she's still with Lady Lizzaylia, potentially others.
And, oh yes, because we saw Lord...
Felix head back to the dorm.
Yes. Shall we? I will send him a invitation. Actually, I believe he may have went to take a nap.
Potentially, that's what... Well, it was... He did fight during Knighthood, and he did lose. I don't necessarily blame him for the loss. It was disappointing, but not because he lost, but more so the realization that had any of us gone up, we likely weren't going to win in that situation.
Yes, we, again, are unfortunately at a disadvantage, it seems.
Tavali and Lizzaylia are speaking with a few sea monsters and the headmaster right now, but they might join us later.
I see.
Oh.
Oh?
Interesting.
What was that?
It's a rather soggy book, but it has held up rather well.
Oh. Why, would you look at that?
It can be added to the bookshelves in the study.
Yes, I've been adding all of the books I've found there. I did invite Cass as well. Hopefully you don't mind.
That is fine.
Unsure if she will stop by, but
I'm not sure if I've asked her about my hair accessories or not yet. I don't recall. I feel like I may have asked her when we were all in the mess hall, but...
Professor Cribden or...
Professor Saren.
I see. It seems as though she is busy right now.
Mm.
A patient, she says.
Oh. Do hope there's not any injuries from sparring.
I tried to see if I could get a name, but it seems as though she doesn't. The patient does not wish to be known, which I suppose makes sense, but it was worth a try.
Mm-hmm.
Parrot fish, that does not look like a parrot. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten any of these salmon there.
Yes, they're swimming much too low to get to the hook.
Well, they seem to be swimming very close to it. Not that long ago. Perhaps they are too smart.
I will say I am... The peacefulness is making me rather sleepy.
Yes, it is very, very peaceful. Do you wish to head back?
I believe so. I am feeling like I might need to go to bed for the night.
That is fine.
I'm gonna put this chair where it was, just so... I know Lady Lizzaylia was the one who placed 2 of them initially, but a 3rd one did appear, and so I don't want whoever placed the 3rd to come back and wonder where their chair went.
And this was...
Hang on, maybe a little bit farther. Yes, over here.
I see. There we are.
But yes, it would be so much more convenient to just climb the hill.
Yes, it definitely would. But it was nice chatting and fishing with you.
Same to you. always enjoy when we get to spend some time together.
I do as well.
Even if we don't have tea per se, I am hoping that perhaps you, me, Tavali, and Lady Lizzaylia could have just a personal get-together.
I'm sure we can still make some sort of tea. It just may not be the one we usually have.
Very true.
If I remember correctly, I'm sure strawberry tea is very easy to make.
I am fond of strawberries, so perhaps then. Would I be able to ask you to prepare it, or I can prepare it myself for a tea party?
I could do that for you.
Okay. Perhaps, I don't know what day would be good yet, but maybe after classes one day. That way we can go from attending class and us all be together and go spend time then.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan. Do you have any suggestions for other meals I should try to cook?
Not meals per se, but any fluffy bread. I know we have some loaves of bread, but the small ones, the buns, if you know how to cook those, or I just miss the butter on top. It's very when
Oh,
they're
yes,
warm.
they are very good. Oh. That's concerning.
Are you no, you are aware. I was gonna say, are you aware of the sea monster that mentioned having TNT, but I think you did mention that to me as well.
Yes,
Having seen
I
it.
was there. Well, not in person, but I was there when it was happening.
It was an interesting day yesterday.
Yes, it was. Well, I shall not keep you any longer. Do have a good rest.
And you as well. Well, have a good rest of your day, and when you do rest, have a good rest.
Thank you.
What am I meant to do? It hasn't even been a week yet. It hasn't even been a week yet, and one of the lords I've been sent threatens another student, and it got reported and we've lost points. We only had 5 points, and we're losing 15. It was a joke. Us going into the negative was meant to be a joke. I'm going to disappoint them. What am I meant to do? Oh no.